Now, this video we're going to show you how to tweak a pistol kiwi to fit a light. And it's not going to fit all lights. If the bezel's too big and doesn't fit in the pouch, obviously it ain't going to work for you. And I'll show you how to figure that out. Surefire something and a G2. G2 is a little loose because this insert's made for this light. It's just a pistol kiwi cut in half, nothing special, and then heat it up a little bit to get a little bit of a bend that keeps the light in place, and then lightly bent sort of around the body of it. And then piece of sandpaper to bevel the edges, make sure there's no sharp or anything, and then easier for this thing to slide into the pouch. Stuff this back in there. Like so. So to do this, heat gun, a lighter will work. Something to make a cut with. It's just a razor knife, pocket knife will probably work. My wife's scissors, just cause. And a piece of sandpaper. Belt sander or a Dremel would probably be better, but that'll work. Pull this back out. So to do this, you need pistol kiwi. And I should probably note, if you're a knucklehead that doesn't know how to use tools and prone to hurting yourself, don't do this. First thing, peel the Velcro off, stick it onto something to where you're not going to get crap all over it. Set that out of the way. You're going to make a score line on the kydex and snap and break it off. If you see the holes in there, you want to go just a little past center, give there like 1/8 inch or so of meat on the other side of that hole. I'm actually going to score the inside of this with a knife. Just one little score line. I don't know if you can see the score line. But what that is going to make a breaking point. Pretty fucking simple. So now that we have our broken kiwi, you can see that the bend on there is kind of wrong, and we need to reform that. And you should probably wear gloves when you do this. I'm a total awesome kind of guy, so I don't need no stinking gloves. You don't want to heat this thing so much. You want to kind of keep it moving. You don't want to leave the heat gun in one place too long. You'll end up making the kydex shiny and maybe even burning yourself. After you put some heat on it for a little bit, you can pull it away. The heat's going to soak into the thickness of the kydex, which is a good thing. Keep heating it some more. If you use a lighter, not direct flame, you just want the heat of it. You see the bend is starting to come out of it. I'm getting kind of floppy, but I need to come down a little bit more. A little bit more. It's getting hot on my fingers. I think we're floppy enough now. So take your flashlight, stick it on there, and hold it. And then this floppy part, kind of push and hold it up into the gap. But I'm gonna go like that so I get the bend. And I should note that gloves is a important thing right now because this thing's hot. It's gonna cool pretty quick. See, I kind of pull that away now. Might have made the funnel section a little too big. It's still hot and a little bit pliable, but that's what we got. Nothing fucking fancy. Once that's done, then you need to round off the edges, make it to where it's not sharp. Same thing up here. You can add a little bevel to the edge just to give it a little easier to insert the light. So what we're going to do is take a piece of sandpaper. Belt sander or Dremel would be better because this is like manual work. So we're going to round this off, and this is where my wife's scissors come into play. I'm just going to nip off the corners so I don't have to remove so much material. And you need something flat, obviously. I just kind of rounded the bottom, and you don't need to round too much. And now I'm gonna kind of deburr it a bit. And then the inside. Now I'm gonna bevel that a bit. Tearing off the flashing that it causes. So I've got it beveled on the edges. You can see in the center there's not much, so I'm going to take this sandpaper and see if I can use my finger to get into that small area. There, I did a little. You can do more than that. Wipe it off. Take your unmolested piece of Velcro and reapply. Preferably not with shaky hands like mine. Cut off some of this excess Velcro. And there. You now have half a kiwi. It's going to fit on there. And let's see if it actually works. So we're going to reinsert it into the pouch. Press it into the back. Actually do it straight though. Look at that. It works. It's going to be a kind of awkward getting it in. You might catch and not want to get it in perfectly, although it's not doing it right now. With it on, when you're wearing it, it's going to be a lot easier getting it in and out. G2 still, the bezel is a little bit smaller than that, so it'll work in this one. It's just not going to be ideal. Got a little bit of movement. But your light's going to stay put. Pretty simple, easy. If you muck it up, kiwis are cheap. Just let us know and we'll send you a new one. It'll work in all of the pouches, singles, doubles, triples, quads. You can see the bottom. You can leave more Kydex on here if you so choose. But if you leave too much and you don't have a light in there, obviously things are going to hang out. You only need that little shelf, just enough to keep it from falling off the bottom of the pouch. Don't hurt yourself doing this. I assume no responsibilities.